Hi students, welcome to the finite element analysis classes. So in this video we are going to discuss about beam elements for unit 2. Beam is a structural element that primarily resists load applied laterally to the beam's axis. Its a mode of deflection is primarily by bending. So you know that very well. Beam is a structural element which is apply the load in normal direction, so it is a beam axis. We applied the load in this load is a uniform varying load. It can be applied. Then what will happen? It will be bend like this. If you are bending, what will happen? It is so from this axis to this axis will be bent. So this type of bending, it is a slope. Okay, deflect. It is the unknown parameter is deflection. Then other one is a slope. What type of angle will be deflect, okay, or else it is deflected by bending, right? The next one is classification based on supports. First one is a simply supported beam, fixed beam, overhanging beam, double overhanging beam, continuous beam, cantilever beam, trusted beam. Okay, so simply supported beam is nothing but beam is supported to one ends which are free to rotate and have no moment resistance. Fixed beam is nothing but a beam supported on both ends and restrained from the rotation. Overhanging, a simple beam extending beyond its support on the end. Then continuous beam is a beam extending over more than two supports. Cantilever, projecting a beam fixed only at one end. Then trussed, a beam strengthened by adding a cable or rod from the truss. That is a classification of beam. And the next, now we are going to see the problem. Before going to see the problem, we must know the beam element in FEA, especially in FEA. Beam element will be classified as a line element. So that beam is nothing, you know that is for length. It is denoted by length or as a span of length. So span of the beam, so it is nothing but length. That entire length will be broken into several pieces by means of line. So that is based on that discretization we can be solve the beam element. Okay, so it is a beam element. It is for one element, that is first element. So that element having a two nodes. Okay, in one node itself having a 2 degree of freedom. Okay, so here it's a theta is a slope. While applying the load, what will happen? It will be bend like this. If you are bending, it takes a slope. So that is a theta 1. W is nothing but bending. So that is our as moment. It will be considered. So one dimensional line element used to solve the beam element. Then W and theta is considered as a 2 degree of freedom at each node. At each node of the element. Okay, total degree of freedom for beam element is 4. So totally one element having a 4 degree of freedom. Okay, what are the degree of freedom parameter for one node? Having a slope and as well as bending or force. And similarly for second node you having a W2 and theta 2. Okay, then we should drive the stiffness matrix formula. So stiffness matrix formula is stiffness matrix K is equal to EI divided by L power cube, then 12 6L minus 12 6L 6L square minus 6L, then 2L square. So this is a derived formula based on the span length or as length of the beam. Okay, here where E is equal to Young's modulus, I is a moment of inertia, then L is equal to length of the beam. Okay, so next we are going to drive the FEA governing equation. This is a governing equation for FEA for beam element. So here F1y, M1, F2y, then M2. So then stiffness matrix, then deflection matrix. So previously we know that F is equal to K into U. U is a displacement for bar element. Here it is a beam element. So that is U is nothing but here it is a deflection del. Okay, deflection, because the application is deflection only will be taken. So that is we are considering displacement as deflection. Okay, so d1y is nothing but transverse nodal displacement, that is for deflection. Okay, at y axis. Then phi 1 is a slope or rotation. Then similarly F1 is a nodal force. Okay, M1 is a bending moments. Okay, so force is nothing but F1 and M1, F2, M2. Why it is take it as 2 parameter? Because I already told that for one node having a 2 rotation. So for that basics we can be solved, we can be derived like this. Okay, so F1y M1, F2y M2, then EI by L power cube 12 6L. Then similarly it is for this slope or displacement function, that is d1y phi 1, d2y then phi 2. Okay, so you can be remember only for where it is comes for negative signs. Okay, so it is having a 1 2 3 4, so 4 column and 4 rows. So 4 into 4 matrix, that is 4 row 1 2 3 4, then 4 columns 1 2 3 4. So 4 into 4 matrix. So in this matrix 3 into 3 third row and third column you having a negative sign. Okay, so minus minus minus, then here minus in minus in minus, and third row meeting point there is a no negative sign, there is a plus sign. So based on that you can be remember. Okay, you can, for remembering purpose I will tell. So otherwise you can mark up, right? So that is for minus minus minus, then minus minus minus. Okay, now so M is bending moment, L is length of beam, F is a force, nodal force, D is a transverse nodal displacement, phi is a slope or rotation. So before going to solve this problem, you know the loading condition. You can remember this table. You also derived in strength of materials is also, you can remember this formula and everything. So if compulsory you can be remember this table, otherwise you can't able to solve. Okay, so for loading condition, this is a fixed support beam, you can apply the load at the center. Okay, then is a first that is a first node, that is second node. In first node, what is the force? Force is minus W by 2. Then M is nothing but, what is the M is nothing but bending moments. So in first one, what is the bending? That is minus WL divided by 8. Similarly for second node, that is F2y is minus W by 2, then plus WL by 8. Okay, similarly for this W at the A point, this W at B point. Then similarly two conditions. The next one, fourth one is for uniform distributed load and uniform varying load. So how it will be acted? First, for example, if you consider as is a uniform distributed load. Uniform distributed load, you can see F1y is minus WL by 2, then M1 is minus L square divided by 12. Then at the node 2, that y deflection is minus WL by 2, so both are same. Then here is a plus WL square divided by 12. So like this you can be remember this table, then only you can be solved. Okay, next we are going to see the problems. So this is a problem. For example, for the beam loading is shown in figure, it is given the figure. Calculate the rotation at B and C. So the question is rotation is nothing but slope, or it is denoted by phi. So the given the value, you can see this is a fixed beam, sorry, it is a cantilever. So one A point A is fixed, then another point B is nothing but simply supported. It resists only y direction and it can freely move in x direction. Okay, then similarly C also, it can resist in y direction but x it will be moved. Okay, so here it is applied only for 12 kilonewton is uniform distributed load. Here E is given, E is a 2 into 10 power 210 gigapascal, it is denoted by 10 power 9 newton per meter square. I is 6 into 10 power 6 mm power 4. So before proceeding this substituting this value, you should convert into the same convert the mm into meter, because here it is a meter is given, here also meter is given, here also meter is given. So we need to convert everything in meter. So it is E is equal to 210 into 10 power 9 Pascal is nothing but Newton per meter square. So here also meter, here also meter, here also meter, here also meter. So we need to convert I is equal to I is also we need to convert into 10 power, meter power 4. So how do you convert 1 mm is equal to 10 power minus 3? So we need to convert. So that is 10 power minus 3 into 10 to the power of 4. Then we need to change into mm into meter power 4. Okay. To find a slope at B and slope at C. So that is your question. Now you can see first for first element. So I convert this is a first element, that is second element. So in first element you having a 2 node 1 and 2. Okay. For second element you having a second node and third node. But in one node having a 2 degree of freedom. You can remember that. So totally one element having a 4 degree of freedom. So that is the first element in B, that is a 1 meter. Okay. So here one node, that is bending moment and slope. Here is also bending moment and slope, and similarly displacement, that is transverse loading, that is d1y and f1y force. Similarly d2y and then f2y. You know that FEA equation, finite element equation, this is a equation we already discussed in the previous slide. So EI divided by L power cube 12 6L minus 12 6L, then d1y 5 1 d2y 5 2. So then f1y m1 f2y then m2. Okay, here you can substitute E value known, then I value known, 6 into 10 power minus 6, then L per cube. This is for conversion of meter power 4. Okay, L is 1 meter, so directly substitute here. Then d1y 5 1 d2y then 5. Then here f1 f2 m1. So you can apply the values. So here this is a fixed beam. So if you are fixed, then what will happen? There is no force here. There is no so in this element there is no force. Any force would not be acting. So everything is 0, and moment bending is also 0. So that is why I put it as everything is 0 here. Okay, because there is no load and moment on element is also 0. So here 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This is the node 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that is why 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, because 4 degree of freedom. Right. Then for element 2 I am taking as this is second element 2. So that is B and C. Similarly you can be derived. So this is FEA equation, you can be applied. So here element is 2, but node 2 and 3, but node 2 you having a 2 degree of freedom. Similarly that node 4 is also having a 2 degree of freedom. So in the previously 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Similarly 5 and 6, then 7 and 8. Okay, this is your degree of freedom. Now you can be applied EI, E value known, I value known, then L power value is L length is also known. Okay, you can substitute it. Right. But in force here acting, that is uniformly distributed load. Force is acting as uniformly distributed load. The value is given, that is what is the value? 12 kilonewton per meter. Okay, so entire length it is acting as 12 kilonewton per meter. So we need to apply the force values. Okay, so how do you calculate? So based on the table. Okay, based on the table you can refer, that is a uniform varying load. What is it? F1y here is a 2, it is a 3. In our case the second element is node 2 and node 3. So that is a F2y is WL power 4. Then similarly M2 is WL square divided by 12. Then similarly 3 F3y is minus WL power by 2. M2 is M4 is WL square divided by 12. Okay, so it is a formula from table. Okay, so this is a formula can be applied here. So W is 12 into 10 power 3, L is 1 divided by 2. Then similarly M2, then similarly F3, then similarly M3. Okay, now you can be applied. So in this equation you can apply here. Now we know that value F2y is minus 6000, M2 is minus 1000, F3 is minus 6000, M3 is 1000. Okay, now you can give the values, that is here 1 and 2, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, then what is it, 5 and 6. Okay, so that is, now you can give the name 3 and 4 and 5, 6. So 3, 4 and 5, 6. Now what is the next step? We are going to assemble the global stiffness matrix for element 1 and element 2. This is your element 1, this is your element 1, this is your element 2. So you can be global, you can assemble the matrix. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can assemble previously what we are discussing in previous video. So the same method you can be applied, you can assemble. After assemble it, we getting this final equation, that is 1.26 into 10 power 6. After simplification we getting this, and this is also getting like this, then this is a value. Okay, next you are going to apply the boundary condition. So apply the boundary condition. This is, before going to apply the boundary condition, you can refer the given condition, given problem. Okay, this is your given problem. Here A is fixed, so there is a no displacement and rotations are 0. So d1y and phi1 are 0. So now you can substitute 0 and 0. Then second, at B there is a no vertical displacement, that is d2y is 0. So you can apply here d2y is equal to 0, but rotation, some rotation is there because the loading is acting, so rotation is there. At C similarly it is for simply supported, so that vertical displacement d3y is 0. So now you can apply d3y is equal to 0, but phi 2 and phi 3 some having slope, because 12 kilonewton occur, so it is getting a slope, it is getting a bending. Okay, so you can apply the 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, now you can be simplify. So you can know that, so this is 0, so you can be eliminate first row and first column. Then second row is also having a 0, so second row and second column should be eliminated. Then similarly for third row and third column should be eliminated. Then similarly fourth row is 0, so that is fifth row is 0, so fifth row and fifth column is 0 eliminated. So remaining term is 8, 2, then 2 and minus 4. Okay, so 1.26, 8, 2, 2, 4, then phi 2 and phi 3 is equal to, then what is the value, minus 1000, then phi 3 is plus 1000, that is equal to. Now you can write the equation. After writing the equation, you can be solve the equation, we get the answer, that is phi 3 is equal to 2.834 into 10 power minus 4 radian. Then similarly phi 2 is equal to minus 1.70 into 10 power minus 4 radian. This is your result, this is your slope or rotation. Okay, so the problem is need to find the slope and rotation. So it can be easily calculated by numerical method, that is minus 1.70 into 10 power minus 4, 2.83 into 10 power minus 4. Okay, thank you. I hope everyone should understand. Thank you.